Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh. Thanks for joining me on your beautiful July 4th weekend. We celebrated on July 1st here in Canada, call it Canada Day, so happy USA Day, or I'm not sure what day it is. July 4th, it's the, I know I've seen the movie, the aliens come down. Oh, Independence Day. Is it Independence Day? I could be wrong. I don't know, I'm ignorant. But whatever it is, I know it's a long weekend and you guys are here and hanging out with me, or you're not. I don't really know what you're doing. But thanks for joining me and I appreciate you being here. Today we're gonna talk about a few topics. One is Kylie Strickland on TikTok from Georgia has been arrested for exposing her boobies to some minors. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some comments she received, and she did a little bit of a live. We're gonna go through that and be like, what? You're gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be like, I know, right? And you're gonna be like, what? So we'll do that. Also gonna go over some Reddit forums. We're gonna talk about another influencer's child who's posted on Reddit talking about how they hate their influencer mom, which is crazy. And we're also gonna go through a Rolling Stones article about another family. They did a really good interview with another family that grew up on the internet, who are no longer on the internet. It's really, really interesting stuff. Stick with me, let's go. So welcome, as you can tell, I'm at Mark's house on the river here in Ottawa. It's beautiful, just gorgeous. The treehouse up there, maybe I'll show you after. But I love doing lives from here whenever I can. The kids are out enjoying their sleepovers and having some fun, and so I wanted to hang out with you here in this beautiful, it's just nice. I love it here. No mosquitoes this time biting my balls, so that's nice. Thanks for joining me on your Independence Day weekend. I really appreciate it. Ours was July 1st. Let me tell you, it was a gong show, okay, for us. Our neighborhood, which I live in a very affluent area, they have a Facebook group, and they're like, let's, you know, everybody pitch in and we'll get some fireworks. So everybody pitches in. Not everybody, I didn't. Get like $5,000 of fireworks, and everybody goes over to the park that we have, this huge park, and light off the fireworks. But early in the day, they said there might be rain. Okay, might be. So they canceled the fireworks for the next day, but because I was coming up here to Ottawa, I wouldn't have been here for the next day. So I was pissed. So we went over to this other place and they said fireworks canceled because of rain. Did it rain? It didn't effing rain. So we went downtown to this garbage, I guess a Glass Tiger was playing there, which is, they're really good actually live. We didn't see them because we were behind. We showed up late. The fireworks were an hour late and they didn't even shoot them high enough to go over the building we were standing behind. So we didn't even see them. The dog had a heart attack. That's what happened. But Gus is pretty good. He didn't really freak out that much, but he didn't like all the noise. Westy doesn't like all the noise. It was just gone. I didn't get to see fireworks. I'm pissed. So, I'm sad. Anyway, let's go over this video quickly. Kylie Strickland is a girl from TikTok. Everybody's been sending me this video. I've seen it myself, and I've got a couple following videos that I've also downloaded. She is a Georgia TikTok influencer who is an OnlyFans actress, OnlyFans, whatever. It takes this type of person to do that. I'm gonna say it out loud. It takes this, it sort of is. Not everybody, but it sort of is, right? So let's go over this video quickly.
Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having fun?
So wait for it. She flashes little boys. Kylie Strickland is trapped. They blocked out the censor of the boys, and she's sitting there on a live, by the way, a TikTok live, with these underage. They look like they're 8.
Fun enough to see titties.
And then she's like, "Oh, fun." And the boy says, the young one says, "Fun enough to see titties," right? First of all, really, my son is 7 years old. He would never, ever say anything like this. What kind of, I'm not blaming the boys because they are victims here, but what kind of parents allow for this type of behavior, first of all, okay? So that's what he knows, that he's gonna get to see her boobs because he knows who she is. She's a pedophile.
You want to see titties?
See, she's hammered. You wanna see titties?
What's up? Let's make sure Michael ain't in here.
So she's gonna make sure Michael, who I don't know who that is, make sure he's not in there.
All right, you ready?
Okay, so first of all, they're above ground pool. Okay, whatever. But then she flashes the minors. The mom is in the pool with them, and everybody just seems to be happy with this. They're okay with it. On TikTok, so she's not only she's doing nudity on TikTok, which is not allowed, like she should be kicked off forever. Okay, so let's continue. Such classy. Look at these two classy broads. So classy. You can tell by that mom, not only are these people easily smoke a pack of cigarettes or 2 a day for sure, they also probably drink and drive. They probably leave their kids at home while they go to bars or bring their kids to bars with them. a la Maya Knight, you know, just kind of those types of people, you know what I'm saying? Let their kids do whatever they want, watch porn, do whatever they want, smoke probably. Kids, apparently the kids were actually drinking too, doing shots of vodka. Kids, these kids aren't even older than 10. So that's kind of what's going on. There's a bird. Hey, bird.
How many times have you seen my titties?
How many times you seen my titties, she says.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that's bad, right? We know that that's bad. Kylie Strickland is a douchebag galore. And there are people standing up for her, no kidding, in her live, which we're gonna watch here in a second. Only got a minute and 22 seconds of it. There are people like, oh, what are you trying to ruin this girl's life for? I just need you to turn the tables, right? Just turn the tables for 2 seconds. If that is a man flashing 2 underage girls who are under 10 years old, what happens? The internet explodes. And it's sort of to do with Kylie. I'm kind of glad we are where we are right now because she deserves everything that's coming her way, right? She is a pedophile for doing that. It's exposing yourself to children. And it's not lost on me too that we just finished Pride Month, and I've seen, if you're on Twitter, I'm sad for you, but if you're on Twitter, all month long, I'm seeing Pride Month's parades full of naked males and females with kids everywhere. Both are wrong, but why is one not called out and one is? Make it make sense to me, right? If it's wrong one way, it's wrong the other way too. That's the end of it. Just because it's in a parade, it doesn't make sense. And I'm pissed about that double standard. It's crazy the things that I saw at these pride parades. Not all of them, but there was a few, okay? And it's, ugh. So anyway, she does this live, and you can reach them in the comments below and all that kind of stuff, but this is what she says.
At some point it's gonna be fucking told any damn way, today, tomorrow. So
I don't know what she said there, because she's speaking in Southern.
one law enforcement agency, it had to because it was not in their jurisdiction.
She said something about the law enforcement agency not in no jurisdiction. And here's some comments. It's annoying, especially coming back from the trip and needing to be clear headspace. Enough is enough. Let's move on.
And the investigator said that he does not want to see anything like this ever again.
So he's telling the investigators, like, I just don't want to see this ever again. He's basically like, slap on the wrist. I don't want to see this again. Nah, that's not gonna fly. This shit went viral, and that is why we're gonna look at the article next in Fox. She's arrested. I think she's out on bond now, but she could go to jail for this, and probably for years. That's indecent exposure to minors. That's sexual assault. You cannot do what she did.
His desk for me, and that not only could I be charged if the parents decided to charge something, but also anyone who has posted any form of that video could also be charged as well.
Okay, we believe you. So anybody who posted this video of her doing that can be charged. Well, go ahead and charge me. You're being exposed. I don't know, that's the ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This is the internet. Welcome to the internet. Shit's gonna get shared. And she's got a tarantula eyelids on. But the funniest part here is she's just kind of blowing this off like it's not a big deal, right? We all know this is a big deal because, again, just turn the tables. If it was a man doing what she just did, you'd never hear the end of it. So we've got to keep the same energy for both sides. Because even though those boys look like they've been groomed by their parents to be to be what they're gonna be, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it okay. And even her saying, how many times have you seen my titties, boys? Did you just realize that you just, came out and told everybody this? You're dumb, you dumbass.
For that, and because he said he understands, I understand you're not the one who posted it, right? And I said, yes. And he said, well, anyone who did post it could be charged as well.
Okay.
But I also, there's one more,
see, it's just boobs. Jesus, folks be tripping, people are saying. It's just boobs, Okay, again, it doesn't matter. The law is the law, okay? There are still people with moral standing in the world who have morals, and they don't want their kids exposed to that. Just because you groomers and Plutos don't care that kids get exposed to that shit doesn't mean that most parents don't. There are still tons of parents out there who don't want their children exposed to this. I'd say the majority. So people in this chat, half of them don't even have kids, I bet.
All the police agencies that contacted them that got contacted has to talk to me about it. So I have to talk to another one tomorrow. I told them I'd talk to them tomorrow.
So classy. How does this girl get famous? Why? Because she has boobs? What in the F? Why do we make people like this famous? What value do they give you?
I told him I'd talk to them tomorrow.
Okay. Awesome, great live. But I also want, before we get to the article, I wanted to show you this. Someone had compiled a little bit more of the Kylie class act that she is, okay? Like, this girl is the nastiest. Obviously, she's been on a lot of people's radars, but not mine, until she did something crazy like this, exploiting and exposing kids, okay? Just look at this. Enjoy.
Bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass them around.
Cigarette, beer, and she's driving. Illegal. And she's live streaming. I don't understand. Is this some kind of flex that you're like, I'm cooler than everybody else? Like, you're just gonna show, you're an influencer, which, oh my God, I can't believe it. But there are people that now think that that's cool because you do it. Look at all the hearts in this comment.
Bottles of beer on the wall.
Do you wanna know why your face looks like that, Kylie? Because you smoke probably 2 packs of cigarettes a day. These people who have relied on their looks for their Instagram and TikTok influence and their TikTok and all that kind of stuff, it's just gonna fade. And then what are you gonna have to show for it? You're literally gonna have a video where you're flashing your boobs to minors. That's what you're gonna end up in jail. Hopefully. Anyway, let's continue down this. Ew, she's nasty. You could smell this video. You could smell it. It was like a bingo hall. So she's drinking in another vehicle, driving with kids' seats in the back. Tell me she doesn't have kids. Please. Drinking again, kids' seats in the back. I don't understand why drinking and driving is a flex. How dumb are you? And look at the comments. They're just like, have a good time this weekend. No one's gonna call you out for drinking and driving. And live streaming. I don't understand. What if you kill people? Never drink and drive, everybody. It's never gonna be okay, because if you do kill somebody, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. So here's from the Fox News headlines. Kylie Strickland, 30, is a TikTok celebrity. With over 200,000 followers. In a recent live stream, Strickland recorded herself in a swimsuit with another adult woman, 2 underage boys. During the video, Strickland lifts her swim top, laughing. The warrant for Strickland's arrest was for computer or electronic P and child exploitation. Yes, a felony in Georgia, according to police. There's her mugshot. Look how classy she looks, super classy. Looks like she's getting her hair cut. It's with the shirt. Strickland defended the video, saying the boys had seen breasts many times before it. Her flashing was not notable. Those little boys have seen more boobs than I haven't seen my entire life, Strickland said later. She went on to claim the adolescent boys were also drinking alcohol at the pool before she'd even entered, and said she was not responsible for how other adults raise their children. Are you shitting me right now? It's not you. So if I go do something terrible to your children, you're blaming the parent and saying it's not my fault how they raise their kids? What? Kylie Strickland is actually canceled, but I don't even know, because what type of person is like her and has fans? It's like the Maya Knight thing. It's like people, she has a tribe who follows her, who do the exact same shit she does, and they follow her because they want to feel like it's okay to do the same shit she does. Okay, that's it. They're gross and nasty just like she is. So if you are cool with this behavior and you ever stand up for someone like this, you're just as disgusting as she is. You should probably be in jail too. So congrats for being douche person of the day. All right, I want to move on to the next story here real quick, because we don't want to keep you too long. These guys get it to your fireworks and stuff like that. So this was posted 5 days ago. Today I've realized I genuinely hate my N mom. I don't know what N mom means, but she's a mom of 5 and an Instagram mommy blogger. You guys may be wondering how they can do both. They don't. She has a lot of time to go to tons of events, but all her homeschool kids are behind a few semesters in school because their teacher, who's supposed to be mother, is the one in charge of keeping them on track. They now no longer have summer break. I went to regular school. So just like what we all think, all those mommy vloggers and influencers that you see out there that homeschool their kids, first of all, they're not smart enough. None of them are. Second of all, no, they don't. They just keep their kids home for content. That's how they do it legally. It's insanity. Most of these kids are not getting a good education. If you're gonna homeschool your kids, do it right. It's not easy to do, okay? It's really difficult, and it's almost like a full-time job. Well, no, it is a full-time job. And so you can't do both. Cool? All right. Today was particularly bad. Our local grocery has a huge sale and is paying her to essentially make TikToks of her grocery run. Unfortunately, even though she's an influencer, she's shit at making content. So it falls on me to be there and film everything. I'm the only one who can compose shots because she doesn't want to learn. Why hire an assistant when you can exploit your children to make content for you? Am I right? Because her needs are more important than everyone else's, during one of the biggest sales of the year, she made me film and block everything trying to pass the aisles. Oh, and block everyone trying to pass the aisle so she can get the perfect shot. To stop people to go down an aisle, and you know how embarrassing that would be already, that your mom's making TikToks in a grocery store, but you're blocking people? Nasty. I've never felt more anxious and embarrassed in my entire life. We proceeded to do this for about an hour, around the entire store, so we can inconvenience everyone's day. The things we're putting in the cart aren't even things we're buying. Just another example of how fake social media is. This is crazy. You're gonna see a whole bunch of this, everybody. You're gonna see a whole bunch of kids who all of a sudden hate their parents when they become teenagers, because it does happen. And they're gonna be exposing the shit out of this lifestyle. This was 5 days ago. It's all fake. I feel like being an influencer just makes it so much worse. All the other kids I know that are children of influencers are either depressed and heavily medicated, running away from home, complete assholes, or extremely miserable like me. As if being a narcissist is enough of a validation sucker, being an influencer makes the need of validation constant and never ending, which is why they spend so much time in their comment sections getting the validation they so crave. I have to be supportive and 100% for everything before I get lashed out on. When she cheated on my dad because she didn't get enough attention, boo-hoo, she went on to force me to validate that what she did was okay and invalidate the extreme negative feelings I have in the process. Oh my God. So not only did the mom cheat on the dad, she's trying to tell the girl to be like, you have to validate me. This is a narcissistic douchebag, raising kids. I have effectively become a photographer, video editor, tutor, therapist, full-time overachieving son. Don't want to embarrass her, you know, and she can't even be a mom. That's heartbreaking. Sorry if this was a lot. I just wanted to rant. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the dark secrets of the family influencer community, because a lot of it is super effed, to be honest. And I reached out to this person, and I'm hoping they're gonna send me some insider information about, you know, what we think goes on, because we already know, right? We know. This is bullshit, what goes on. These kids are not treated fairly. So a lot of comments were, I'm sorry you're dealing with that, you don't deserve it whatsoever, and I hope one day you find a way out. I think NMOM means narcissistic mom. This person comments, hun, just stop doing a good job. Thumb in every shot, always out of focus. Like there, anyway. Whoops, delete. Never admit you did it on purpose. If she accuses you, throw it back in her. I do my best. You're never satisfied with anything. I guess I'm the worst kid in the world. I'm never coming back here. Yes, this reason. This reason, because she's giving you the legitimate reasons to have a depression, anxiety. Fake it before you actually get it. Then Grey Rock threw some tantrums about how you became a shitty slave all of a sudden. She may find another tool to do her bidding, like an idiot. This may test your acting ability, but feel better for your soul. And then he writes, I love this. I'd want to, but I'd feel bad for whoever she'll drag next to do it at her. Yeah, it's his kid. He's kind of taking one for the team, especially for his siblings. Let me guess, she grew up a spoiled daddy's girl, still a child, and is transferring the dad responsibility to you. Get out when you can, you'll be stuck with a 60-year-old mom who still tries to be 16. This to a T, he says. Been thinking about that for a while, but that perfectly describes her. Oh my God, this gets a little bit crazy here. Watch this. At least you're only stuck helping her film TikToks instead of her OnlyFans. Rimshot.wave. Trying to lighten the mood with humor. You're in a tough situation and I really don't have any practical advice. You could always try to say no to helping her or intentionally or start doing a worse job. Be subtle, get progressively worse at filming slowly. Then this is what he says, listen here. Unfortunately, having to know her phone inside out, I've stumbled across a ton of R18 plus stuff, including a lot of what other men's no-no places, wild story for another day. Her opening and OnlyFans won't faze me. She's already a self-identified MILF. My friends love it. Ew. This guy, this is it. So he's seen pictures. So his mom's getting sent pictures and he's seeing that stuff. That's straight up SA, I don't care what anybody says. If you're forcing your kid to see that, even inadvertently, wrong, you should be in jail. Someone says, I'm interested to hear about the dark secrets of the influencer community. So many things on social media seem so fake. Please do tell. Well, and then he says, well, everything on social media is fake. A lot of relationships especially. I live in an influencer village. A ton of influencers being neighbors. And everyone is cheating on everyone. Proximity makes it really easy. What is this? This isn't the Utah TikTokers. Also, everyone kind of hates each other, but are besties at events. Mommy influencers in particular talk the most shit about their kids to each other. Damn. Shit, by this point, slap a few 10K camera rigs around the village and boom, reality show and the kids can go back to being kids again. It could be a great reality show, to be honest. The scandals we have are Grey's Anatomy level shit. To your cue, friendships, people collab all the time doesn't mean they like each other. Hell, my mom has a whole influencer squad. People think that they're BFFs, but they all hate each other. I need to know who this kid's mom is. This is great. Kuber says this: what if you made a video telling her followers what kind of person she is? As her kid, they would believe you and it would pop her bubble and hopefully be a slap back to reality. I agree. You should do this. I'm only 18, so it's a bit hard to do a move like that. Also, she has really great mental gymnastics into why she does what she does. Example, a year ago, when I was homeschooled, she spent every day on her phone in bed while regular kids were doing school. Me having to teach myself, realized my siblings were doing nothing, leaving me to become their teacher. I burned out so hard from this. After some passive-aggressive remarks from my mom, she basically said, "See, you're just like me. I wanted to see how much you could take because I take so much too. I look around when I do chores sometimes and I feel like the mom of the house." This kid, you need to make a video exposing your parents. So, dude, first off, and moms are nasty, so I feel you from that and the endless effing tasks. I'm glad you realize you don't like your mom genuinely. That's a big step and was for me. Felt more free for bullshit and stupid ideas. I can't imagine how much an influencer adds on top of a narc, but it sounds like multiple. How bad she got. Influencers are already messed up in a certain way. I love the stories personally, but sometimes they're just so effing crazy you have to laugh. Some of us have the wildest, weirdest stories. This is another kid responding. Rant anyway, dude. It helps a lot, and there's tons of people who get it and they don't try. You promised some dark secrets. Let's go. Top 3. I don't want to get sued spilling since these are powerful people. So I'll say 1. A pretty big percentage of IG giveaway contests are hella rigged. They usually go to people we already know. This kid is scared to talk about his mommy influencer group surrounding him because they are powerful people. Hear that for a second. This is insanity. I'll take him on for you, buddy. You come on the show, completely anonymous. I'll take him on for you. Or just tell me who I need to target. Have you ever considered living with your dad? And he says, we all live in the same house. They're still married. It's a mess. Oh my gosh. So I found that really, really, really interesting. And I just want to go over one more article real quick. It's in Rolling Stone magazine, and it's about their lives were documented online from birth. Now they're coming of age. The Truman babies, the children of families who shared their lives on YouTube since birth, are now growing up. Rolling Stone UK speaks to the family vloggers of this first heavily documented generation. You're gonna see a whole bunch of this coming up soon. When Trip Ellis was born on 18th of December 2008, some of the first words he heard were, "Oh, he is long." A nurse in a Santa hat rubbed his purple body with a towel, and his mother, Laura, stared at him adoringly. "Hey," she greeted her newborn son, wiping a tear from her eye. I, along with 5.2 million others, know this because Trip's birth was uploaded to YouTube on Boxing Day that year, and regular vlogs of the rest of his life followed. On 31 December 2009, Trip took his first steps on a camera, videoed from his sidelines. In December 2011, he went to Disney World for the first time and shouted, "I'm happy," from the carousel. Later, he was apprehensive when meeting Buzz Lightyear. In November 2013, Trip got his first fat lip after someone pushed him at school. In March 2019, he beat his entire family at mini golf, but he didn't gloat. That one at school hits you hard because she put that on camera. There's no boundaries. These kids come home, something happened to them, it's content. It's bullshit. Years before Trip was born, in 1998, Paramount Pictures released The Truman Show. Going back, talking about The Truman Show. If you haven't seen The Truman Show, go watch it. There are now hundreds of children whose everyday existence has been broadcast fodder since birth. Family vlogging took off when Idaho father Shea Butler began uploading videos of his children in 2008. This is Shea Tarts. They're the ones who started this whole shit. And I'm gonna be covering them at length. Biggest, deepest dive ever. Unlike Truman, these children have been misled. The people around them aren't actors. They're aware, they're on YouTube, and the world they live in is a film set. But still, thousands of strangers have observed their every move. "I think it's cool," remarks 13-year-old Trip when asked how it feels that 5 million people watch his birth. The Ellis family live on Amelia Island, Florida, and their channel, Lori and Layton, has 276,000 subscribers, who are mostly women aged 18 to 40. "I've kind of been obsessed with filming my entire life," says 33-year-old Laura. Laura admits that her children have grown up thinking being on YouTube is normal. Trip doesn't recall the particular moment when he realizes living his life on film, but 13-year-old Zoe Killen's earliest memory is of playing with her sister and looking up to see her mom holding a camera. "It is a weird black object and I didn't know what it was." These kids are growing up with not their mom's face, but a camera. Think about that for a second. Like, I know we take pictures of our kids and we do that, we want that, we share that, but it shouldn't be the first thing parents do, right? And it shouldn't be everything that they do. It's really, really heartbreaking that this shit goes down. It took Piper longer to catch on. In the past year, she's opted out of appearing in vlogs because I get nervous in front of the camera. She also sometimes dislikes it when fans approach her in public. Zoe wasn't happy when someone ran up to her at school and asked her if she was famous. I'm like, no, please stop. Don't draw attention to me. These kids don't want to hear. Think that. Zoe's just admitting it right there. I don't want this. but doesn't have a choice. That's where informed consent comes in, everybody. She doesn't have a choice. She's being approached in public by strangers and at school. Okay, she doesn't want it and she doesn't get the choice. Fame is something you should never ever give your child, I'm telling you. It is not good for kids. In the past, she's worried that people only want to be friends with her because she's on YouTube. For his part, Tripp remembers a woman who approached him at a swimming pool and described herself as a fan since day one. That's a boy. In a 45-minute Zoom conversation, the only time he agrees that there's anything out of the ordinary about life is when his mom mentions that some fans may have named their son Tripp. It's kind of weird. There's a quote here. She says, "There are a lot of poor judgment calls I made over the years," Catherine Killen. Zoe says, "But there were some times that I had to say a certain thing and I didn't like that. Being forced to say it. It is embarrassing to have footage of your youngest, silliest moments online forever. For me, like running around in a diaper, it's not really that embarrassing," Tripp replies. "If someone tried to pick on him at school, he'd say, I'm the one who has 270,000 followers on YouTube, not you." Zoe confides that she definitely embarrassed by some old videos. "There were times when I was a lot younger and I didn't want to be filmed, but I couldn't verbalize that." That is insane. Listen to this. 3 years ago, Catherine started asking her children's consent to film them. "There are just a lot of poor judgment calls that I feel like I made as a parent over the years," she tells me, referring to when she recorded her children crying, or at a private doctor's appointment, or one in 2018 where Zoe had to go to the emergency room after cutting her ear, her lip wobbling feverishly as she waited for the doctor. It's never too late to rectify that. It's too late when it's the internet. Be careful. Another one of those mistakes was living life for the online diary. "I didn't vlog very much for the better part of the year because I realized I wasn't going to the park with my kids because I wanted to. I would go because it's good vlog footage. Content." Yep. The Killens have also experienced a backlash, and viewers have called Child Protective Services on the family in the past. A large number of UK and US family vloggers have experienced this, as viewers pose as neighbors to report both legitimate and fictitious concerns, ranging from allegations of abuse to fears about children playing by pools alone. That's probably the Asa Moss thing. Zoe worries about stalkers. She worries about them. But the family kept filming because they hope their video brightens viewers' days. So they worried about stalkers, but they just hope that it brightens a viewer's day. Meaning, I hope we make more money. It makes me feel warm inside. It makes me feel like no matter what I do, I'm always gonna make someone happy. No. Nope. That's not on your kids to do that. Anyway, at the end of the thing, it just says, as Piper was nervous on her video call, her mom later asked her in private if there was anything she wanted to add. "I used to feel like there were characters in a snow globe and the rest of the world was just outside looking in," she told her. Although she's opted to step into the snow globe, hiding the background of family vlogs, Piper is happy she can watch her life back when she wants. "I wonder if other kids wish they had the same moments from their childhood to look back on." You can film all these moments and not show the entire world, everybody. It's not cool. I looked up their channel and they stopped vlogging. They're done. She said, "We vlogged for a long time, then we came back for a year, and now we're off, we're done. I don't want to do it anymore." Which is good for her, but take the videos down. You moron. You're an idiot. Don't do this, guys. You will live to regret it. Every parent who does this to their children, you will live to regret this. Especially if you have multiple kids. You think every single kid's gonna be on board and be all happy? There might be one or two for sure. But I don't think so. Look at Everly LeBrand. That girl is very sad, okay? I know for a fact that Ferran from the royalty family is heartbroken about his life, okay? These kids are not, you don't have your kids' consent even if you ask for it. You're never gonna get it. It's never gonna happen. They cannot give informed consent because they cannot see the outcome in the future of what you are giving to them, this fame that you're feeding and you're making money off of. Go back a couple of days and look at my video about the peak moments in these videos, okay? Everybody's forgetting about the predators. Zoe said she was worried about predators, about stalkers. And you should be, because they exist and it does happen. And because you're famous, you put a larger target on your children's backs. And that is just selfish and bad parenting all around. There's no other way to say it. I think you'll agree with me. So, all in all, bunch of a-holes here. That's all I'm saying. Just a-holes galore. And now we got kids reaching out and talking about it. It is going to be an expose moment in a few years. Documentaries and everything are being made right now as we speak about this shit. Laws are being made because of it. I can't wait till parents are not allowed to do this to their kids anymore. It should never have been a thing anyway. It's insanity. Don't do this to your kids. Okay? Keep your shit private. You can get it on the internet, sure, but keep it private. It's not for the world to consume. Your kids will never be able to consent. All right? Take a deep breath. I hope you guys have an amazing July 4th weekend. Have some fireworks and some barbecue and everything else. And take the 16 cents you saved last year on your barbecue and put it towards this year. I'm sorry, I had to say it. But I hope you do have an amazing day. And know how valuable and amazing you are. And thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. You're my therapy. and I love you. And I hope you just continue to be super awesome. Don't forget your value and your worth, and I'll see you tomorrow.